Hey everybody, behind me is my B2401. I put this weight box on it. This is what's going to load my sander this winter. But I want to be able to pull my chipper around with this. And another thing I've always had an issue with is my cement mixer is a spindle hook only. I have no spindle hook stuff other than that. So, I don't know, early summer, I went by a house that was getting ready to have an estate sale. And I did work for this woman way back when. She seen my truck go by, so she called me up, and the reason I went there is she actually wanted me to look at another job. And it happened to be the day before they were going to have an estate sale. Her husband had passed away. So there was a bunch of towing stuff there. They've had fifth wheel campers, regular bumper pole campers. Well, all the stuff that was there in the garage, when I looked at the job, got ready to leave, and she goes, hey, she says, you might be interested in some of this stuff. And they had no idea of the value of what the stuff was. And I just told her, I said, it's a weird thing. I said, to the person that needs it, it's worth a lot of money. But she's like, well, you're here today. You probably know more than most people. I want you to come look at it. So I went in there. She had a bunch of, like, every trailer hitch thing her husband had bought all his life was sitting in the corner of this garage. Everything from the sway bar stuff. They had jack stands for the fifth wheel camper. The receiver hitches, they had taken off trucks to have an extended one out and everything else. But anyways, I got a bunch of trailer hitch stuff. And I'll show you behind me what I'm going to be doing. I had a bunch of stuff like this. There's probably 4 or 5 of those. Her husband must have had one for each size ball. But I decided what I'm going to do is I cut a hole in the back. I weren't going to tape this, but so I'm like, before I get welding, I'll show people what I'm going to do. But I had that old pipe around. I've been cleaning up before winter, and I said, well, I'm going to make that so it can hold a couple shovels. So when I tow my wood chipper around, I can have some shovels and a rake and stuff like that with me. I got a chainsaw holder on the front, so that's not any problem. But that weight box has always just had these rocks in there, a bunch of chains. They've been sitting in there getting rusty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that the chains don't just fall down and get mixed into the rocks. It just took me 20 minutes to get them pulled out because they had gone down, vibrated down through the rocks. That's why the rocks are on the floor. And I've decided I went last night, bought some concrete. I'm going to put concrete in this when I'm all done, but I'm going to put that one on there so I have the adjustability of the 2 5/16 ball. And there was 3 or 4 of these in the pile of stuff I bought, so I'm going to bolt that to the back of it. And anytime I need my big cement mixer, I'll probably hook it to this, put both on the trailer, and go to a job I got to go to. It's always been a pain in the butt to move. You try to wrap a chain on a bucket of a tractor, and it's just hard to deal with. So I'm going to set this weight box up. This is one I had. I bought a brand new 990 John Deere, and that came with it. It was part of the deal when you bought it that day. That's why it's all beat up. It's pretty old. To explain people why I got that's something I bought when I bought a brand new John Deere. Once I just kept it. So we're going to make it so it's a little more usable for different stuff, and I want the chains to sit in there. I also like the idea of having these chains where if I get in a bind and I call back home and I said, hey, I can say, go grab all the chains off the back of that tractor. It hasn't happened in a lot of years. I'll knock on wood right now. But I've rolled over a tractor a couple times in my days, and normally when that happens, you're calling home and saying, hey, bring the dump truck and a bunch of chain. But I'm going to try to make so everything's stored in there, doesn't fall out. And I just thought I'd start the video here. So I'm going to grind the back of that. I'm going to shut the camera off because the compressor's going to start and you're not going to be able to hear anything anyways. I'll turn it back on once that's all cleaned up. I drilled a couple holes in that earlier, enough to get a Sawzall blade in there. Broke that through. This here I cut down because there's a couple of rocks in the bottom I couldn't get to come out. But I just wanted that to basically sit in there. I'm going to weld it so that it's somewhat solid in there. I want to make sure there's enough room to slide these out because that's a 2 5/16 ball. I'm going to do an 1 7/8 and a 2-inch. That way I can move everything, my boat trailer, all my other. This is something that's big enough I can pull all my dump trailers around too if I got to bring them down to the house to charge the battery or fix a flat tire. I'm not always hooking it to a truck. So we're going to do that. And then I got these weld-on hooks. I'll show you. I just ground the edge of them. I'm going to put a couple of them on there just so that I can hook any of my trailers to this to pull around. The only thing this will pull around that's any weight is my wood chipper, and that ain't that bad. But pretty much, I ain't gonna be moving anything with this that I'm worried about the weight pushing me around too much. And especially with a bucket on, you can normally drive a bucket in if something starts pushing you. I've had it happen in the past, a different track. Like I've always pulled that chipper. The last couple of seasons, I pulled it with my BX off the bucket. My BX 1870 had the stuff that was on the bucket. I just thought that was kind of weird pulling it backwards all the time. I wanted to do this. When I got this, it was my plan. And I'm finally getting a little bit of free time. This was sitting right in front of the door. I said, no better time. Yesterday I backed it in, and last night I went and got that concrete. This will be done. And I don't know how many times this summer I've used this tractor and didn't have a shovel with me, where I would have liked to have had a shovel. So this whole idea, that box I put on, it's got chains in that ammo box. That other box has got the tools I need for a chainsaw and a couple other things. So we'll outfit this, and this is going to be my go-to all-the-time tractor if I was in the dooryard. All right, we'll get back to it. Hopefully the noise of the welder ain't too bad with the hammer. Put the fan on. You can tell cheap receiver hitches and stuff like that, and like those hitches there, I don't know what brand they were, it didn't say, but they powder coat like, oh my god, so it's so thick. So the area you don't grind, or if it starts melting away further back from where you ground, it drips off like undercoat wood. I think these pipes, I'm just going to let them sit. I'm going to put them back a little bit and let the concrete go around them rather than weld them. So we'll clean those up and probably put that spindle hook on. I'm going to have to drill some holes. We got those welded on. That ain't going anywhere. And like I said, I got all the different size of these. That's going to drop in, and I'm going to be able to adjust it up and down a little bit. Plus it's on the 3-point anyways. Those pipes are all going to get set in the concrete. So the only thing I got to do now is drill some holes for that. We'll get to doing that. I had a battery go dead, so I'm drilling that right now. I figured I'd turn the camera back on. It's a little thicker than I thought it would be. Did a better job sharpening that bit than I thought I did. It had just enough battery. Using grade 8 bolts, not a big deal. It's only hooked to a piece of sheet metal basically, but I believe that's low enough so it's not going to be an issue. I'm pretty sure that's the height I'm going to need for my trailers too. And like I said, you can move it up and down a little bit. That's where I keep it locked in, just so that that doesn't ever come up and hit that toolbox all the way up. It just barely, it doesn't nudge it unless you're using a bush hog. The bush hog pushes it up a little bit. It's never broke anything, but other than that, I think that part's going to be good. I'm going to pick up the welder and stuff, so don't keep walking on that cord. And then we'll probably mix some concrete. I'm going to bring the wheelbarrow in. I just decided to do it 5-gallon bucket. We'll see if it's a good idea or not. want that bottom stuff somewhat thick so it holds those pipes. I'm going to chalk that off as one way not to mix 5 bags of concrete. But alright, so that's 5 bags, which was a pretty good guess because I wanted the tray in there too. So put chains in. I wanted a little bit of a tray, so if I have some type of pruning snips or something, also the chains can stay in there without jumping out. We'll throw a little bit of paint on that and I think it'll be good enough. And like I said, now I can move my cement mixer with it, and that other hitch will be good for moving the trailers around. Again, I've seen guys do it. They'll grab hold of a pretty good sized dump trailer with a tractor, even way bigger than this. It's not a good idea. Believe it or not, I've done it years ago. I had I want to say it was a 50 horse John Deere, and the receiver hitch. Matter of fact, they're right over here. Them are the ones that slide in. And that gives you your center point of your tractor. That's what you really should be using if you're going to pull heavyweight. Like I said, I'm doing this just to move my little cement mixer, my wood chipper, which ain't that heavy. And this will be easier if I need to go up and grab a dump trailer to bring down to the house. I just took that little dead blow hammer and tapped it. That should be a pretty solid mass, even with the rocks in there. So I don't think that will be a problem. But we'll get that little bit of paint on that and put the camera back on. But I think that's going to be a cool little thing in the morning. So we'll let that dry overnight and put the camera back on. I'm going to show I actually added that other piece so that I can hold the ball, that's 2-inch ball in there. So if I need it, it's on there. So I just sunk that in and rattle it a little bit. Should be good in the morning when it dries. All right, I got looking at it, didn't like what I see, so I added another piece to it. I'll show you. I basically just put that piece around the outside edge. That is welded pretty good inside, but I thought I'd just do it a little extra. Like I said, I'm not going to be pulling weight with this, like big weights. That wood chipper is not really that heavy, and I'm not going to get aggressive with it. And I had all this scrap crap around, so I figured that's another place to put a small tool or something. Hook a chain that's just going to be sitting in there. I'm going to try to clean up these chains a little bit and get them all to sit in that top tray. I grabbed a couple of my older shovels. I'm going to put a spade and flat shovel in there, probably a steel rake. We'll see whatever else. And then, like I said, we'll throw some paint on that. But I got looking at it, I'm thinking, I don't want this thing to pull apart 10 minutes after I built it, so I figured I'd do it. And if I find it needs more than that, I'll do it, but I don't think it's going to for what I'm going to do with it. That's probably an overkill. We got that together. I put that other thing in the concrete last minute last night so I could have that other ball on there. Everything I have is in 2 5/16, so 2-inch. That's just one coat of brush paint of the Tractor Supply paint. It was pretty bad. I had to stir it up pretty good to get it. It was like syrup, so, but I'm happy with that. Everything's orange, and like I said, I'll put the shovels and stuff in it tomorrow. Probably do a final video. I'm anxious to see how that lines up. That's right where I lock it in, so it's always right there, and you can't pull it up any further. That way, if someone's using it that's not familiar with that toolbox on the back, that will go up all the way and not hit that. The only thing I noticed when I bush hog with it if you go up a hill, a real steep hill with a bush hog, it does push it up enough just to, doesn't break it, but it pushes into that box pretty hard. But I just thought I'd take a shot where we ended up. Like I said, that was just all scrap stuff that I had around, and those trail balls and stuff I got from that. I bought everything she had. There was a fifth wheel that came off the back of a 2016 truck. Everything to do with towing, electric, jack. It was unbelievable the amount of stuff that was there. And it also had some 16-inch spare tires that I used. 2 trailer tires. It was 1 tire and rim and 1 spare tire, all brand new. So that was a good stop that day. All right, we'll get back to it. Like I said, when we get it outside, I'll hook it up to the wood chipper and show you what my plan is with it. But those chains are just old chains I had. I think it's good to have in that weight box. It should stay there. I don't think them will come out of there. Threw an axe on there, a pickaroo. The tools I think I'm going to need. Like I said, I already had the chainsaw holder up front. Threw all my chains in. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's better than what it was. And that's the first time ever I've had a tractor with like actual things to put tools in. I did one of these years ago. I can't remember what tractor it was. I got it and it was like half done, but the tubes were not mounted in the concrete. It's just, I want to say it was like a no-name brand, but I looked them up now. You can buy them with all the tubes in them like that too, and they're not big money, but you look at the gauge of the steel, and like I said, this one here, I don't think that's gonna do everything I want it to do, put it that way. We'll go hook it to the wood chipper and see what I'm hoping it works out. That right there is working out perfect. That's going to be the best setup I've ever had so far. The last few years I've just been dragging that up the road backwards with the BX, because I had the one that goes on the bucket, and this is going to be way better. So I don't believe the weight of that's going to bother this even going up and down a hill. Put the safety chains on. Like I said, that's adjustable if I want it anyways. And my cement mixer, all that has is like that pinwheel hook style, and I think I'm just going to leave it that way. Now I got this to move it with. If I ever go to a job site with that, it's probably going to be hooked to this tractor anyways to move it around, so I'm just going to put them both on the trailer and bind them down, and I think that's going to work out good. But I just thought I'd show this, and it's all done. And like I said, with the chainsaw holder on the side, it's going to be a nice little setup, I think. And I'm going to say again, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Even liking this video will help my channel quite a bit. And thanks for watching.